Hello, this is Chance. I'm here to tell you about some fishing lures attributed to a maker, Edward Strey of Chicago, Illinois. Mr. Strey lived from 1907 to 1995. These came from the collection of Dudley Murphy, and there's a letter dated August 21st from 95 where an unknown collector, I can't read that signature, eloquently wrote about these baits and the find. They were found at Mr. Stray's home. Sounds like an interesting man. He had quite a tool collection, a Harley Davidson motorcycle, several guns of all kinds around the house, and many other items showing his wide variety of interest in life. He left these lures behind, and unfortunately 3 air conditioners in the garage as well. It's said that he passed away during a very hot period in that year. Also included with these are some licenses, a Wisconsin non-resident license from 1935, and then a Illinois resident license also from 1935. These are really interesting items because in the note it indicates that Mr. Strey would fish in Wisconsin and sell some of his fishing lures to help fund those trips. He was a very capable maker of fishing baits. These propellers are hand cut and formed, made out of interesting metal. It's really hard to see the texture of it in there. I'm not sure what he cut them from, but they have a kind of a patterned surface. The paint's really nice. This one he applied and then took some kind of a tool and kind of scratched into the paint. Belly weight in there, really cool with the little gills painted on. This one looks a lot like a creek chub pikey. Really nice hand bent metal lip there. This line tie swivels, it's soldered. Really nice paint. It has some little texture of scales over it. Really nice. Then look at the butt end. I believe that is an old cartridge case. It's painted over thickly, so I can't tell exactly what it is, but it definitely looks to be a vintage cartridge case. This one's interesting. The double prop bait has those handmade propellers. You can see the texture a little bit on there. Hand cut. Look at the line tie. I'm not sure if that goes all the way through or it stops at some point. I've never torqued on it to loosen it. And it has that same nice paint, a little bit of a scale pattern. These are the kind of fishing lures that if you can't get your hands on them, they're difficult to really make sense of because they look so much like vintage factory baits, but they're homemade. This one's really neat. Maybe it references a combination of vintage Pawpaw company baits. The diving lip looks to be a simple spinner refashioned as a bit of a diving apparatus, has a similar belly weight, this kind of cup hook rigs, glass eyes. But look at this tail hook holder. It's actually a metal piece fit to the body, jointed. It's has this pin that goes across. Really interesting piece. He knew what he was doing. I bet you there's more of these baits out there in miscellaneous, unknown folk art collections. It's just a matter of, sorting through those and knowing kind of what to look for. The outlier lure here is this little lead bird looking bait. It's very heavy. It's got this whole head is lead, has these feathers dressed on it, has a bit of a swivel and a hook there, little line tie. Kind of simple, but you can tell the paint is definitely the same paint that's on the others. It's just not as refined. So I don't know if he made more of these or if this was maybe an early thing and he evolved into the other pieces. But clearly he knew how to make some high quality fishing lures. I think these really go under the radar for most collectors, but I think when you see them in person, they're very beautiful. Definitely a level up over the average fisherman made classic baits. So, well, thanks for checking them out.